A note on the Rhea story, in fact, another chapter. I'm thinking to uh, restart again, and instead of keeping all these 143 now, I don't know, chapters, to make it in 7. I don't know. This will be part of the debris. I don't know. It's a long thing, and then it will be cut down and maybe eliminated. I don't know. Watch it till it's not poof, destroyed, deleted off the net. I'm kidding with watch it. Don't watch it. Uh, do whatever you want. So it's like in those creative writing lessons. I didn't get them, but I've read somewhere about one of those suggestions that if you want to write something, instead of doing what I'm doing now, I guess, instead of writing two sentences and or just one and looking at it again and this is not, I shouldn't say very good, I should say just good, and then again the second, third phrase, sentence, and looking at it and cutting all the time or deleting the whole thing. No, you should, and I try and do that inside. You should put all your thoughts, write whatever you're thinking, up to the end, let's say, and then start and edit. Because you let, I think it makes sense. You let your imagination, your creativity flow, and you put on page or on the computer uh, whatever you're thinking, and then start eliminating whatever is useless. And maybe that's what I'm doing. I'm placing all there is to place, and then start. Let's cut chapter verse 120, 43, which is only talk about talk, and so many more. Um, I need to reach the end of Belgium. We return. I've said 2 cars. A problem in dealing with them because the partnership didn't work. The more serious problem was with Belladonna, of course, and we're reaching the end of that, uh, which happened quite quickly. I mean, she was out, evidently. Uh, Literally, I mean, in the real world, in my mind, she was there for a long time. Even now, she probably has some echoes. She's responsible for some banged up sectors in this box there. Termino, he has this thing of putting holes. Soon I will have no shorts left. McGovern. And the car was also a trouble. One of them, the R carton. Yeah, they are cut because the other one we used, I sold the for, even if that was used also, I had this relationship with the embassy on which I will insist in future episodes because that's life moving on with the guys, with the Americans, been so important in my life for a long time. Um, and I used in a few occasions the white strange R4. Even if it had to, it was supposed to be a commercial thing, to move around merchandise, to do, I don't know, whatever, distribution, to open a food shop. I don't know what the idea was. In fact, it was a question of we have this, let's invest some money into this. Instead, I invested with a cousin's shop. She was involved with this wise guy, good fella, sort of a small-time mafioso who took money from me, something like $2,000, $3,000, a fortune back then. But for some time, it seemed that it worked. They opened this shop, selling all kinds of things: cigarettes, candy, you name it, chocolate bars, juice, cola, Pepsi and Coke. Then he opened another one because this was good and it looked like expanding as the tree. And then he started paying back. He stopped paying back the money after a few months, making me invest more. Look, there's this new opportunity, so you better put some more cash in. And when I sent the guy who was working for me a few years later, seeing it nothing happening, to ask, you're going that way, stop at this place and ask. Took a gun out and showed it to my friend and employee. In fact, he was even a relative. Ia pleacă de aici. Pleacă. Hai că ești pot. He's not only interested in destroying this and the others, but he's showing he's threatening me. When I did this, he was, oh, he's playing games. Obviously, he's never really cut a finger off me, but one day he may. And the white car with the guy who had to lay down. I mean, he didn't have a chair. He was an American from Russell. Russell was his name. I forgot the other. Russell Belk from the University of in Utah, I think, because I was thinking that's where the Mormons are. But this guy is very liberal. He's not. He's one of the 5% who are not with the Mormon Church in Utah, and very open-minded. And he was willing to do trips with me, even when I had no place for him. It was his wife here. We had two chairs. I was driving, and he was just with his legs stretched and sitting on no chair, on a cushion, I don't know, in the back. But these were the early days of tourism, and eventually I sold that car with problems. I mean, it was left on my records for some 15 years. I paid the tax for it, even if it hadn't been mine for so long.